We have some non-breaking news coming out of Glasgow, coming out of Scotland, and that is that Michael Beale has been appointed the new Rangers manager. I say non-breaking news because, well, we all knew it. We all knew Michael Beale was getting this job. It was just a matter of time before he came up and signed on the dotted line. But the big question for me is this a good signing for Rangers? Or is it a bad signing for Rangers? Is it going to be a successful appointment as manager? Or is it going to be a disaster? Because Michael Beale, right, let's be honest, he spent 3.5 years there before with Gerrard. They stopped 10 in a row. People will look at titles and lack of trophies won. People will say he won 1 trophy out of 9. In my opinion, I reckon every single Rangers fan would have took that. If you offered Rangers at the start of that appointment that Celtic would win, that Celtic would win the next 2 leagues, and that Rangers would win none of the cups on the 3rd season, but they would win the league and stop 10 in a row, 100% every Rangers fan would have took that. So I don't think him not winning many trophies at Rangers is a big deal because he won the one that mattered. He won the important one. There's not many more important trophies than stopping Celtic's 10 in a row title. So that was an important trophy. No doubt about it. But what I'm wondering here is, I think a lot of people are maybe slightly giving Michael Beale more credit than he deserves. People have been almost throwing Gerrard under the bus and giving Michael Beale all the success that Rangers had. They're putting it all on Michael Beale's shoulders. I mean, at the end of the day, Gerrard was the manager. You can talk about who was doing training, tactics, this or that, but Gerrard was the man. He was number one. And I think it's a bit poor, to be honest, that everyone is just downlittling any impact that Gerrard had on that Rangers team and giving all the credit, all the success to Michael Beale. It's like they want to give Michael Beale all the success, but when it comes to leaving, they will give Gerrard all the blame, even though apparently they come as a package. So when Gerrard leaves, it's not Michael Beale's fault because he's taking Michael Beale with him. But when Rangers have success, it's all Michael Beale's. It's all Michael Beale's success, and Gerrard's got nothing to do with it. That just for me makes no sense at all. At the end of the day, Rangers have appointed a number 2 here, and that it sounds like a turd, doesn't it? I have appointed a number 2. You never want a number 2. You always want the number 1. You want numero uno. And Rangers haven't got that here. But that's not to say Michael Beale won't be a success. He could be a success. I think he will do well. I think he'll do better than Gio. Albeit, I don't see Rangers getting to a European final anytime soon. But I would not be surprised if he gets Rangers playing good attacking football again, attractive football, nice to watch football rather than the shit tactics that Gio had. But I don't think there's any guarantee that Michael Beale will be a success. However, I think we can all learn that maybe perhaps you just don't mock a manager based on his name or based on his reputation. Because we see when Ange Postecoglou came in, a lot of people didn't think he was up to much, and it turned out he was actually pretty damn good. So, yeah, like Michael Beale, he could be good, but I feel like a lot of Rangers fans are just basically, they've accepted that he's a sort of god, that he brought all this success to Rangers and he's going to bring it all back. I don't think there's any guarantee. If we look at how he was doing with QPR 2 months ago, you'd have thought, great, QPR were top of the table. But now they're in 7th place. He has lost 5 out of the last 6 games for QPR, with the other one being a draw. It's not a great record. It's not a great record at all. So, well, I think there is optimism here about this signing, and I think he could be a good Rangers manager. I don't think he's guaranteed to be a good Rangers manager. I don't think he's guaranteed to come in and stop Celtic and stop Ange Postecoglou. But it will be interesting. Another thing that I was going to say concerned. I'm not concerned. Couldn't really care one way or another. But if the Rangers board didn't back Gerrard, if they didn't give Gerrard the funds to improve the team and build on the success of stopping 10, what makes you think they're going to give Michael Beale? What makes you think they're going to give Michael Beale money? What makes you think they're going to back Michael Beale if they wouldn't back the big name in Stevie G? So yeah, I think Michael Beale coming in, he might be better than Gio, but I think he's going to face a lot of the same problems that Gio faced. In my opinion, he's coming in at a tough time. Rangers are at least a couple of transfer windows away, and I say at least a couple of transfer windows away before they can really get on a level playing field with Celtic. I just think the Celtic squad's far superior at the moment, and if anything, come the end of the season, it looks like Rangers will lose players, albeit some of those players they probably need to lose. So what we'll see. I think Michael Beale could be a success. I'm not going to write him out. I'm not going to, rubbish his chances here of doing well. He could be good. He could come in. He could win Rangers a title. It won't happen this year, though. This year, the league's gone. The league is over. Rangers will not claw back a 9-point gap. It just won't fucking happen. It will not happen. Maybe next year. He's going to have 2 transfer windows. He's going to have January, then he's going to have the summer. So, who knows? If Rangers back him, if he gets the players in, there could be a massive turnaround, and that's the only way I can see Rangers challenging for the title next season. I think they need at least like 6, 7, 8 first team players if they want to realistically have a shot at the title next season. But this season is gone. This season's done. Stick a fork in it, man. It's all over. The fat lady has sung. And Postecoglou's sister has sung. The league's over. Give it to Celtic. Anyway, guys, that's it. Catch you in the next one. Just wanted to give you my thoughts here on Michael Beale. But until then, peace.